everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Buddhist Biohacker. My name is Lisa Gunshore, and I am your host. And we are back for the third time today, if you can even believe it, which is so wonderful. And I'm really excited about our guest this afternoon. We connected in the last few months, and I've just really been looking forward to it. It's kind of a wait to get you on, but we finally did it, and I'm so happy to have you. So welcome, Mary Lydia Ryan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I'm so happy to be here, and I love what you're doing, and I'm so pleased that we were able to connect and that you invited me here. It's really, really wonderful.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And of course, this topic is something I love so much. We're going to be talking about healing with sound, and everybody who's joining in the live, you can absolutely use your chat boxes to connect in with us. We would love to have you share your questions and comments for myself and Mary. And so Mary, I thought we'd just start with you sharing a little bit about who you are and, you know, what you've been up to.
Sounds good. So I've been a musician my entire life. It's one of those things I do not remember not playing or singing music. It's just been a part of my entire existence here. And I grew up in a really musical family, and my mother, who's still alive, she's turning 90 in just a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And she was such a wonderful influence and just supported me in getting all the right lessons and everything. And she used to do family programs. So it literally is in my blood. And as I have grown up and branched out doing my own music, I realized I really wanted to do my own unique music, because interestingly, all the classics I loved singing arias, and I thought for a while maybe I'll be an opera singer because I think it's such beautiful music. But I realized that my voice had its own uniqueness that made it really, really challenging. And not that I'm not up for a challenge, but I learned that if I started writing my own music, I was able to sing anything I wanted. So I really started focusing in at a young age on being unique, even though I didn't understand that road that ultimately it would lead me to. But I really think that was the beginning of my really understanding my uniqueness is important. And that's become a part of the work that I do. You know, I've been a singer, songwriter, a professional musician for so many years now. Though in the music industry, I got a really late start. I was 26 when I decided to pursue my music professionally, not just for fun, you know. And then it's taken all sorts of twists and turns, and, you know, how life goes. And then back, I would say 10 years ago, I started doing healing work, energy balancing, chakra clearing, balancing. But it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I started implementing my voice as a part of that process in helping people's energy clear out. And there's a whole long story to that. But I realized how powerful not just my voice can be, but voices. And then harking back to our uniqueness as individuals, I started realizing, oh, I was given this unique voice and I love doing my own thing. Let me put this toward doing really positive things. And I've just learned and, you know, worked with my etheric team on how I could best approach helping others through their healing. And so it's just been an amazing journey. And here I am today, and I'm speaking with you. Thank you.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you. And, you know, one of the things you said is kind of, you know, hit a spot for me that I think is up for a lot of folks, is just stepping out of the linear box of I'm going to have a career and instead I'm going to do something creative like music as my career. That's a reach for a lot of folks. But then to say, and I know this because my husband's a musician, and I suppose I could say I was, but it's really, my husband's been a professional drummer for years, to step out in your creative box, in another creative box, and say, not only am I going to do this creative work for my life, but I am also going to do what I want to do in this creative work is like another huge leap. It's like quantum leap from even just a regular conventional kind of space as we knew it pre-2020, because I don't think that's a thing anymore. But anyway, so I just want you to speak to that. Like what was it about you, do you think, that made you step out of the box to begin with? And then how has that felt to go even further with it? It's a big question.
Yeah, that's a great question. How do I answer that? You know, it's this thread that is in me, and I think I just came built with whatever that thing is, that just I'm determined to not do things the regular way. And I really have been like that my whole life. And even though, which is really interesting because I'm a super obedient person by nature, I loved following rules because it felt good to be a nice citizen, and, you know, I was a nice daughter and I followed my parents. But then there was always this thread that even though I enjoyed being a good citizen, I still had this burning desire to do it my own way, if that makes sense. It was just in there. It just is, just like I am musical. I felt a few years ago, I was expressing to somebody how I feel like I am some of the harmonies of the cosmos put down here into a human body in this lifetime. I've had moments where it really feels like that. And so I think that that's what drives me to becoming more that way. It's like, well, how can I use the frequencies, the music in a human existence? Because I feel like such a bizarre bird anyway, but I know probably everybody watching this program feels the same way, you know, or we probably wouldn't be here together. But yeah, so I feel like it was that thread, that the fibers, whatever that is, the musical notes coursing through me, that energy, it's what has driven me to just keep stretching, you know. And when I've been willing to do things the way you're supposed to do it. Like I said, I like being obedient. And then I'm like, but that doesn't really work for me. So okay, I'm ready to branch out and try. And I always feel so much more joy when I am willing to branch out. And, you know, and it's scary. It's super vulnerable, really, really vulnerable. And I am so glad that I have done it.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I've listened to your music, and everybody, her information will be in the show notes, but it's just so beautiful. And it's interesting because Cairo was on this morning and he was talking about music and sound to heal and coming from the etheric space. And so let's get into that. Let's talk about when did you know that you could heal with sound? What did that look like for you?
It really, really struck me as viable to use my voice in addition to the other work I was doing, because I already had seen results with, you know, using my intent and my etheric team and honing in on somebody's energy and really being able to move that. I had seen proof of that work, you know, helping people out. And I feel like this kind of happened accidentally, which I realize it's really not accidental, that I stumbled upon this this group of, it was an improv singing group, and it was a very small group, the very first one I went to. And I hate doing anything improv. I hate it. It's so scary. That's why I hate it. I'm like, no, don't put me on the spot like that. So this was branching out for me already, but I thought this would be good for me to do. And I went to this group, and it was, you know, it was safe in the sense that there were, most of the women in that group weren't really super comfortable either. So we all just added our voices and we played around with different exercises. The leader of the group, Sherry, one of my favorite people in the world, she led us through various exercises, and I quickly felt the resonance that was happening with women who didn't consider themselves singers, but they wanted to express tones. And where I consider myself a singer, that didn't matter, because we were all just equally providing these layers and working together in such beautiful intent to create this thing that we were, you know, asked to do such and such exercise. And one of them was actually, I can't remember what she called it, something opera. And I think she called it a sound opera. And we did this thing, and then we all had opportunities to lie down on the floor, and then the remaining circle would sing over each individual.
Ooh,
And we
that's
would
cool.
sing either words that they needed more of, or more color, what they needed more of, and we'd sing blue or however we wanted to sing it. And I found that as we did that, not only did it feel so healing for us to give that to the receiver, and then once lying down and being the receiver, I was blown away. I walked out of there in pure bliss. One session and I was hooked. I said, this was just an improv more for fun, really, or experimenting. And what just happened to me transformed me. And I said, I want more of this. And then I went on for a little over a year with kind of a different iteration of some of those women. We had a group of about 7 of us that met once a week just to intentionally work through energy with our sounds. And again, it just kept expanding my knowledge. It's like it was bringing up old knowledge from past lifetimes.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I know this. This is very, very familiar to me. I love this. I know I've done this in other lifetimes, and it's time to bring this out into this lifetime now. And so then I just rode that wave and started adding it into sessions that I do. If a client would call and say, I'd really like another session with you. And then I said, okay, now I'm adding my voice to this. And again, that was vulnerable, because it's very strange to have somebody lying down and then just start singing. It's really weird. Because how many people just start singing to you while you're lying down? So that was vulnerable, but it was amazing. And something about me is I hate looking like a dork. And I oftentimes, I'm singing and it's coming out and feeling good, and my mouth will maybe contort or something. And so even those little details are really vulnerable for me. But I'm like, doesn't matter. And I keep realizing those things don't matter, because the impact of the frequencies and that intent is so powerful. So I'm getting over those human vulnerabilities, because I realize it really doesn't matter. If I look like a dork, I look like a dork, and I'm getting over it.
Yeah, I love it. And I totally can relate. I mean, I do a practice called Samvahan, which is Tibetan vibrational healing. And that story is for another time, but it was kind of crazy how I even learned how to do it. But
I hope to hear it.
Oh yeah, I'll tell it one day on here. But one of the things that I do very, similar in the structure is I put my hands on somebody's energy center, or the place in their body where there's an issue, and I sing, and I match the sound to the vibration of what's happening, and then I shift it by shifting the notes and the sound and the octaves and kind of changing what I'm doing. And so it is very weird, because it's like, so by the way, I'm going to make all these weird noises now. And
Yeah.
I hope that you understand. So I totally get what you're saying. Like there's this vulnerability to and I used to do, healing work, energetic work on a table. And I started telling my clients, I'm going to make these noises and I hope you can handle it. And it's funny now because we're remote. So I'm working on what that looks like from a remote standpoint, but with everything happening on our planet. But I love it. I think this is awesome. So you've got some stuff behind you, I see. What's going on over there? You've got a tuning fork and stuff. Do you want to talk about that? I'm just curious. I just noticed it.
Yeah, I do. So I've got my keyboard. I don't know if you can see my keys. I've got my keys in front of me. And then this was gifted to me last year. I love it. My Tibetan bell. I love working with this. So my favorite and most frequently go to is my tuning fork that is in the frequency of love. So I love using that. And I think sometimes it does translate through a live recording like this or a recording, but this frequency is just so lovely and clearing. So this is my go-to. I can carry it anywhere I go. So I usually take it with me when I travel. And then if I want to sing to somebody, I do. It's just, they're more props. I don't think it's necessary. However, I love, because, you know, I mentioned singing with other women, and there is something about that synergy of those other frequencies and the women and the love that goes into that stream of sound. So that's, I think that's really why I love using these little tools, because it allows me an opportunity to play with them and kind of do a dance with them, is how it feels to me. So yeah, I have a few chimes down here, and I came prepared to do a live sound healing for the people that are listening. If we ended up going that route, I came prepared with a few of my favorite songs that just as a singer-songwriter, I do perform them out. However, I did write them with very, well, I wouldn't say I wrote them all with healing intent, but there's been such a transformation in myself the last couple of years that my music really has a lot of healing that is infused into it as I'm composing a new song. So
oh my God, play. Yes, let's get some sound. I think there's nothing better than that's the thing about Buddhist Biohacker that I love, is we can do whatever we want and whatever feels good. And yeah, I'm down for some music and some sound healing and hearing one of your songs, and
cool.
Do it, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Follow the flow. I like it.
All right. So let's see. I think I'll sing what this song is called, River. It's one of my favorites. I wrote it last year, and it's all about a very sensuous moment that, well, not just moment, sensuous experience that I had. And I love this because I didn't realize how, okay, so I live on the water. I live on a floating home. And then actually this studio that I'm recording from is my brand new sailboat. And I have such a deep relationship with water, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's, anyway, I'm doing a lot of work.
I love that. And I love you so much for that, because I am a Scorpio with a Cancer rising. So I spend every night about 90 minutes. I'm not even kidding you guys. I answer email and meditate and check in with even our own shows and everything in a bathtub for a good hour to 2 hours a night. So
I love hearing that. I love hearing that.
The water.
Seattle, and you can come hang out with me in my sailboat. Can sing together.
I have some really great clients in Seattle. So yes, and you're actually musicians too. So we'll have to talk offline about that. But yeah, so
yeah, let's do.
We got to get connected.
So this is River, and I love it. Take from it what you want. I feel like there's a lot of really luscious healing energy in here. Call me freedom, tasting the world like it's so brand new. You, gazing through my mind's view, all it took to touch you, for my eyes to see. I'm an ocean, holding a world no one else believes. Daylight coming up my sunrise, waking up my whole life.
That was so beautiful. Oh my God, my whole body is tingling, which is those quantum changes, you know, or molecular structures. Ah. Oh my gosh, there's so many great comments too. Hearts and yes, we need all the healing we can get. And I love this. And someone says, makes me feel like a mother singing gently to her baby. You can just feel the love. And yeah, oh my gosh. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, what else have you got? My God, that's gorgeous. You're such a gift. I know you know that, but I'm going to say it anyways.
You're sweet. You know, it's been, thank you. I'm so happy and and grateful that I'm finding an audience that understands this music, because this isn't really what people are expecting when you go out to a club or, you know, a coffee shop even. I have people that really receive my music well, and it's a very small percentage, and other people are kind of like, what are you? Which is okay. I keep doing what I do. And the people who receive and understand the music are growing. I'm finding the right people. And so
yeah, we are your people, man. This
is absolutely the right synchronicity to be able to share. And I have wanted for years to be sharing with all of you. I didn't know how to find you. So thank you, because it does my heart so much good to share this music for people who get it. So
I feel like we need to talk about your music and
enjoy this together.
The movie, man. We might have to talk about movie credit song.
All right.
For the movie that's out. Oh my God, I want to hear more. That's beautiful, beautiful.
What I'm going to share for you now, because this is for sure is the right audience. I wrote this song a couple of years ago, and all of these things are about to be on. I'm finishing my recording in Sedona in September, so this music you're hearing today is all going to be released soon. This song is called Painful, Brave, and Beautiful Things. And I wrote it specifically for all the starseeds, all the light workers, all of us that have been putting in our years of work. And so here it is, Painful, Brave, and Beautiful Things. I better get another sip of water.
I'm so excited. What a gift, man. This is a great way to spend the afternoon.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
I love it. I can't get enough of music. Like, I'll tell you that much. Like, I was definitely raised in a musical space. And
you had mentioned that. See, I consider you fully a musician, even though, so that's funny when you say, you know, you are. Oh. You're so musical. We kissed our mothers and left our wings behind. We said our prayers as we left our home in the skies. These painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful. Painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful. Memories fail us. We search, we fight for our lives. How do we do it? Our senses thrown to the fire. These painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful. Painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful. lived here at least 1,000 years. What kind of rescue takes so long, so many tears? These painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful. Painful, brave, and beautiful things. Painful, brave, and beautiful.
Mary, I'm crying. Like the minute you started playing, I just started crying. That's incredible. It's just the most beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing with us. So beautiful. It's just your heart, you know, it just blows your heart open. Like it just does. That's what sound healing is. This is real sound healing, guys. Oh my gosh, when did your new album come out? I think that's
that particular song is already available.
Is
It's
it?
out. You
How
can
do we
hear it
get
on Spotify and Pandora and any of the streaming platforms. It's out.
Oh my gosh, my eyes are streaming. Oh, I want that. Oh, it's so beautiful. My gosh, it's so beautiful. Oh, thank you for sharing this with us.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's so fun to be able to. And I'm going to move from my piano now.
Yeah.
Because I think I should do some like bells and chimes. And if you're interested in that.
Yeah, do it. I think just go with your flow, man. Go with your flow.
Okay. So this is one of those things I always do, you know, with that intuitive connection. So, and this is an entirely new format and experience for me because I will either sing like this where somebody lying down comfortably or in a healing circle. So I can see people's faces, but I really want to see if I will be able to pick up on, you know, I know there's a collective of people watching this live. And what I'd really love to do is to pick up the main focus, maybe an energy that really, really can use singing to from the collective that's watching this and just ease that energy out. So that's what I'm going to intuit into. And then I will just sing. And, you know, I don't like using words because I feel like words just get in the way, especially improvising. So you're going to hear me just using oohs and ahs and e's and just vowels, just to try to get the tones through. And again, to sing back to the energy that I'm picking up of the collective that's watching this and that will watch as the replay happens as well. So I'm getting a sense of that. And then I want to sing a song to that energy. I'm feeling into it. And, you know, there's such a cacophony. We all are experiencing such a cacophony of emotions, feelings. So I'm definitely picking up on that anyway. And I'd like to smooth it out. I'd like you to feel smoother and gentler when the song is over. That's my intent. Let's start with my Tibetan vowels.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Just beautiful. We have so many, we've got all sorts of emojis and stars. Someone says, I'm singing with you, my sister Mary, with tears running down my face as I drive home to Seattle. Sherry says, incredibly beautiful. Cat Mask Girl says she's got a sweet little Tori Amos wiggly coyness about her.
Hello, Cat Mask Girl. I love you.
Yeah, who doesn't love a little like Tori Amos energy? I could see that for sure. Oh, everybody's so sweet. That was just beautiful. And the energy, I mean, I just don't really know what, I actually have nothing to say because that was just so profound.
You feel like your energy's smoothed out? That's what I hope.
Yeah, I feel like my heart is open and my energy is calm and peaceful, which is great because I pick up 4 kids from school soon. So I need the soft and smoothness. So I want to give you some space, Mary, like how fast does time fly in our world? I want to give you some space to share how folks can connect with you. I mean, obviously we have your bio and stuff in the notes, but I'd love for you to be able to share, like, how can they access you? What's available to them? So that they can connect with you. This is a gift. I hope you're going to come back like soon. We'll talk offline about that, but I hope you come back.
Thank you. I know. So I have my website, and I know you listed a whole bunch of links. So my website is listed there. It's at IamMaryLydiaRyan.com. And then I generally don't use Instagram and Facebook, or I took a huge break, but I'm kind of feeling like I should get back into it. So you can connect with me through Instagram and Facebook under my name, Mary Lydia Ryan. I also have an Instagram page that I call Spa Opera because it's my musical healing arts organization. I do live performance and I do healing work. It's kind of, it's an umbrella for a lot of various healing modalities that I have. And so there's Spa Opera on Instagram that I'm trying to get that kind of active again. And then you can hear, if you want to hear, sample any of my music, some of it's available for free right on my website. And then if you have Spotify or Pandora, you can find me. Just look for Mary Lydia Ryan. And then if you're interested in purchasing anything, I'm on the usual suspects. I'm on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play. I'm on everything. CD Baby, and I love supporting CD Baby because they've been so good to independent artists. So, and then I also, if you are tuned in at all to like Whispering Solo Piano Radio, that's a station I really love to support. They've been wonderful for my piano, solo piano work. So anyway, but all of that is available at my website. You can spend some time there.
Definitely. I just followed you on Instagram and Spotify.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. I'm definitely, this was just a treat. I mean, you know, we do all sorts of stuff on this show, as you know, but this is a real treat. I'm just honored that you were willing and accessible to share your music with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a joy to find the right connection. And I know all of us here gathered, we're all in this work together. And I love that we can share our talents and gifts with each other. And thank you for being so, you're doing what you're doing. And I just love it. I love being a part of all of this goodness that's happening while there's, you know, hard things in the world, and we're getting through it, and we heal each other and we help and support each other. And I love being a part of that.
Well, I love that you're a part of the community. I hope you're going to come back on, and I know there's so much more to come. And Mary is going to be a part of our November Awakening event. So you guys can start registering for that. Go to oneheartoneearth.net. It's right on the homepage. It's going to be a really, really good one, you guys. That's coming up in November, which will be here before we know it, in the middle of the possible election, possible not election time. I guess we'll see what happens. So she'll be back then, but we'll talk for sure to get her on sooner than later, because I feel like we literally scratched like the tippy surface of all the things we could talk about with sound healing. And I just thank you so much, Mary. This is really a gift today. I'm so glad you got on, and we overcame our technical difficulties to do it.
Yeah, we pushed through, which I was laughing because I'm like, this is the irony. We're on the sound healing and the sound is not working. And it's so funny.
It was. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm just seeing your little boat room there. And I'm like, I want to go hang out in your boat room. It looks so ethereal and witchy and
it's
cool.
So fun. She's new to me. And I've just been working on her for the last several weeks, getting her ready. And her name is Goddess Sophia.
I love it.
Amazing.
I love it. And I love you. And thank you everybody for watching.
You.
What a great
audience.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mary. So much love to you. Mwah. So much love to everybody watching. And we're back tomorrow at 11:11 with Gilbert to talk about Vedic astrology. And he's got something prepared for us for what's to come the next few months. So it's going to be worth the watch, I think. And at 11:11, at the exact same moment, Awaken Grace Part 1 releases on YouTube, my first documentary I've produced, and it's all about awakening. So if you guys want to feel the Shakti and have your own awakenings, I highly recommend this documentary. It's awesome. So, and I'm not saying that just because I made it. Like, it's not me, it's the stories in it that are unbelievable. So, Mary,
I watched the trailer. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so part one, what is being released is the director's cut. So part 1 is this week and part 2 is next week. And then the final cut will come out on September 11th at 11:11. And it's 2.5 hours, part 1. And you wouldn't even know it because the stories are so riveting. So it's a good one. So that'll be tomorrow. And Mary, I just followed you on everything, and I'm going to go find that song right now because I want to hear it on my way to picking up kids from school. It was so beautiful. It just made me cry. Like,
thank you.
Any song that just pours my heart out is a song that is the Shakti of, Mother Mary and all the beautiful pieces and parts of that energy. So I can't wait.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody watching.
Bye, everyone.